Welcome guys to another video of Cartoon Trigger, and in today's video we are going to look at a scenario. What if civilization starts over? Now you guys must be thinking I should have brought a blank map. But guys, I am starting with this thing because this is my civilization that I never recorded, and I am now in around 1910 in this series, and in this video I will try to explain you about the history and everything and the basic relations of different countries in this series, so that you guys can have a better interpretation of this series. And I hope you will like this series. So guys, before starting the video, please do like this video, subscribe to the channel. We aim 5,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So now let's get into our video. It is very difficult for me to explain all this, but I will try. First of all, we can talk about this huge thing, the Lime team. This is the most powerful country in the world, and you can say that it is an reference to the to the Lime team from the Edgy Pro series. Okay, so this country is very huge. They used to have entire this thing under them. Meanwhile, they also had this colony, and they also controls Australia's east western part. And unlike any imperial, this Lime team is very good in nature. I mean, like, they are imperial, but they do not act like imperial. Like, they do not exploit their colonies. Few episodes ago, these areas were not colonized by the Lime team, but as they were having threat from the Chinese country, so they willingly joined India, because India promised that they will not treat their colonies like colonies. They will treat them equally as their land, and they actually did that. And because that's why the colonies are very happy. And just World War III happened. I am not joking. It is not World War II, it is World War III. In from 1890 to 1900, it lasted 10 years. And in that, they promised their colonies to give independence if they will support them, and they actually did that. They willingly gave independence to all of these five countries, and they also gave independence to this. And they are in the process of giving some colonies independence, but still there are some colonies that do not want to leave India. Not India, but the Lime team. Maybe we can say it as India. And in World War III, the imperials, I mean the countries which were having colonies, won, and the simple reason was that they gave promise to everyone that they will give them independence, and they actually did. Same goes with the Spanish team. Controlled all of this portion of Sahara, controlled these two countries and most of the portion of this Cyan team. As you can see, now this is a map of World War III. So they controlled all of this land, and they also controlled all of this country, which is now independent. Meanwhile, China was not hurt with their defeat in World War III, as they were on the defeated side. The victor side was in this Lime team. This purple team that looks like Old Empire, which is not Old Empire, is dark cyan team. It is cyan, or I don't know what color is it. It's weird color. This Iberian team, I think I should say, and this Danish team. All of these guys were included in victor side of the World War III, whereas this Dutch team, it is a reference to the Edgy Pro series, and they controlled all of this country. As you can see, oh no, not here. As you can see here, they controlled all of this land, and there was a small land dispute between these two countries. Also, the Dutch controlled all of this land also, and now they gave them independence. This country was controlled by this Danish country, and this Danish country also controlled all of this land, and they were given this colony of the Dutch country, who controlled land all the way up to this portion. As you can see here, yep, you can see it here. This country was given independence from this Danish country, and they were given this colony of Dutch country. Guys, I know it will be difficult for you guys to understand what am I trying to explain, and I'm trying my best, but still. Meanwhile, now let's talk about this purple country, which I think most of the people will be eager to know about, because it looks very similar to the Old Empire, but it is not Old Empire. So here we have these three countries: this yellow country, this weird color country, I don't know what color is this, and this brown reddish country. So first of all, these two countries had a dual union. I mean, like, they have their own nationality as well as they will work under a single banner. And this yellow team on the north was quite powerful, but somehow this wait and some but somehow this weird country in the Anatolian Peninsula annexed all of these lands, and they become so huge like this. And this country was completely crippled, due to which they had to form a union with uh, the remaining two countries, and this became a triple union of like how we had the Austria-Hungary Empire in real life. It was a dual monarchy, but it is not monarchy. These three countries are democratic, but they have their separate identities. But still, they are working under a single country. And this is not a double, but it is triple, and three countries are working together. So this country has three capitals. They got this land to colonize during the scramble for Africa. Meanwhile, they also get this, and after they defeated this Anatolian Ottoman type country in World War III, not World War III, but World War I, World War II, I guess. This country was completely crippled, and there were a lot of rebellions here, and this is how they looked like after they were defeated. This country annexed all of these areas. They also got this, and Lime Team. This Lime Team controlled some of this land. The Istanbul portion of this country, which was earlier their capital, was made into a separate city states, even though it is not. It is very big to be a city state, and this country was just left over to the Anatolian Peninsula in this small region. And we can say that this Ottoman country was actually completely dissolved, and all these countries are just the remains of it, because most of the country was annexed by this old empire looking country. Now moving to present, we should talk about Italy. Italy was ununified for a very long time. As you can see how it is looking here, this Spanish team was actually a reference to real life Spain, as they controlled Naples, also some of this area, and they colonized Americas. This thing is a reference to Papal States, and all these countries united. They purchased this land from Spain, and they had some small fights with, like, you can see how they united. And after they joined on the Dutch side in the World War II, they were forced to surrender. I don't know which country has captured them. Let me introduce that this Iberian country itself was a bunch of different countries that united together to form this country. This thing, what is this happening? It is also an old war, very old war, where this country was completely crippled. But Lime team, no, not Lime team, the Dutch team came to support them. Now let's talk about the north, where we have Finland and this Swedish country. Norway doesn't exist in the series. Now, some time ago, all these countries were in a union, including Denmark. So in total, there was Finland, Sweden, and Denmark, and they were like the Vikings of this series, I guess. But after some disputes, this union split into their original countries. The Finnish country, Sweden, and this Danish country. And Finland did not want to separate this union. That's why they had a fight, and this country went into a civil war. But at the end, these two countries became separate from Sweden, and Sweden was very weak now, as Finland controlled all the possessions here, and Denmark was way more powerful than Sweden because they are in south. And now let's talk about why are their color changes in some countries. Like, we can see this Russian team has this color that is from at the Pro series, whereas it has this weird color before. So this country had a revolution where the government was overthrown and a new government was established. So that's why this country had a new color. Same goes with this Dutch team. where they had a revolution where a very long time ago. And we have a very old story of this Russian team also, that they started from this region and they then expanded a lot. Here we have our lime team, and yep, I just forgot to tell you that this red team, this yellow team, and this blue team are the founders of this civilization. Like, there was not a single country, but there were three different countries, and now this red team is very crippled here. As you can see, yellow team is in union with these two countries, and the blue country is nowhere to be found because it is colonized by this country. Okay, now let's talk about Korea. Now you guys must be thinking, how can this be Korea? This is Alaska. Because Korea possesses this huge amount of land. Yep, this is Korea in this series. Korea is very huge. They controls he made a huge portion of Siberian area, and they became this huge just by expanding into north. China is quite powerful country in this series, but they are not that powerful, and as they are in the Edge Pro series, Japan is completely divided and they are not uniting anytime soon. Meanwhile, Britain is quite united. They are just split into three countries. And in this series, the Irish country is quite evil because they control this colony, and they try to grab most amount of land, even when in the conference of like dividing the world for colonization. They were given some amount of land, but they captured more than that. Guys, I have not made all the subdivisions. As you can see, this is looking very weird. I have made subdivisions to some extent only in this purple team, otherwise there are no subdivisions. And as you can see, I have dots all over across the map because these are the major cities. But as I turn off the layer, you can see there are still a lot of major cities, and that's because I was not aware of layers for a very long time, that due to which I was not having any option, and that's why I plotted different major cities on the original background layer. That's why we cannot fix that, and I'm trying to do that, but yeah guys, that will take a time. And at last, let's look at our alliance map. And the alliance, and there is only a single alliance in this world, that is the Iberian, which includes the Iberian team, this purple team, the lime team, and the Korean team. They all were the victors in World War II as well as World War III. The Russian team lost World War II very horribly as they were aligned with this Ottoman team. But in World War II, they were not very destroyed, and they still aligned with this brown team which started the World War III, and they expanded like how Germany did in real life World War II. And this time, even though this purple team, this quite the lime team is now having their decline, as they lost badly in this region, and they lost some of their land even though they were the victor. And Russian team is now not very hostile to the square team, and they are neutral to them, maybe friendly but not allies. Also guys, this country right here controlled some of this land of this American team, which was the colony of the Dutch team once, and they captured all of this territory. Okay guys, so I wanted to show you this thing. This country in the center of North America, that was once the colony of this Spanish team, has illegally occupied the territories of this country. They were used to be the territory of this country, now they are illegally occupied, even though officially it is the territory of this American team, not of this. And the best example in real life is like how Pakistan is occupying India's region, which is officially part of India, but Pakistan is controlling the territory. And the second example is like how Russia is controlling the territories of Ukraine because of the war. But officially they are the part of Ukraine. So in a similar manner, this country is occupying all these territories, but to represent that this territory is officially part of this country, I have drawn this line with the color of this country so that we can recognize it. And yep guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. So before going, please do like this video, subscribe to the channel, and all the support is greatly appreciated. We aim 5,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and I will meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye.